right, Shadow, pick up. Which one? That one?
But here we are.
Hey, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
Oberon. And me, Banshee. Welcome. Welcome to the show, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you here on a Thursday night.
The Sunman
Sunny
is with
is
us.
on stage. We've made enough room for him tonight. Maybe.
So it seems.
A moment ago, we had two cats up here.
They're talking about thunderstorms.
Yes, they are.
We had a little bit of rain, but nothing much, really.
No thunder. It was a good downpour at one point, but it was a steady rain, and we really needed it. So that was it was really helpful. But now we're hitting another hot spell that promises to be fairly long. Oops. Just trying to get my... Oh, hey, thanks, Sonny. Think I could have my cards here?
You know what? I forgot something.
What?
My sippy.
Your what?
My
Your
sippy.
your drink. Okay, go ahead. I'll chat. So I hope everybody is doing well.
You're not on camera.
What? I'm not on camera. Okay. But you can hear me.
It's just I don't like to show myself getting up.
Oh, jeez. He's so self-conscious.
No, I'm actually so vain.
The show just can't go on without Mr. O.
I'm so vain. I know that this song is about
Hey, look at
me.
what I'm wearing, Mama T. This is just gorgeous, by the way. I love it with this shirt.
It is lovely. Later on, we'll do a cam of it.
K-Dash, welcome. Hi, good to see you.
Hi, K-Dash.
So tonight for the collective, I am going to use again this beautiful deck by Denise Lynn. The Sacred Forest Oracle. Mr. O, pick a card right now.
Eeny beeny, chilly weeny. The spirits are about to speak.
What you got, Mr. O? Ooh. Sounds like a, what you call it, an emotional exchange to me.
Moonlight enchantment. And underneath it says magic.
Oh, it's magic, not romance. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. Well, I like it. The lingering howl of a wolf weaves its way through the night air. The brightness of the full moon bathes the entire forest with a silvery light. Fairies and elves and spirits of fauna and flora arise for a joyous night of celebration. The forest is alight with glee. Magic is all around you. The veil between the worlds is thin right now. Fairies, elves, angels, and spirit beings are just a thought away. And I always feel that way. Am I right about that around summer solstice? I do feel like the veil's somewhat thinner.
Well, I don't know what most people say, but I sort of feel like there's something going on there.
Okay.
The Midsummer's Night Dream. Oh, wasn't Oberon in that?
I believe so. I'm not done yet. All may not be as it seems. By the protective light of the moon, the magic of the universe surrounds you. Even though it is dark, the light of the moon shows you the way, reminding you to trust what you feel. You are safe. Even if you can't see, have faith that you are being supported in mysterious and wonderful ways by unseen beings in accordance with your highest good. The spirit of moonlight enchantment says, believe in magic. You are being given powerful mystical messages from spirit. Take time to listen. Allow the luminescent, receptive energy of the moon to activate your creativity. You receive mystical messages and you are a spiritual messenger for others.
Wow.
Dial 1-800-TFT. No. We like to think we give out mystical messages. Oh, so it's been a great week so far. We had somebody take advantage of our 2-for-1 sale on our website. We did another reading. It's been awesome. And we're looking forward to reading for you all tonight.
Indeed.
All right. So what do you got for us today, Mr. O?
Well, I have the Tarot of the Cat People. I thought it would kind of go nice with our Pride kitties.
Oh,
back
he's
there.
calling that our Pride cat blanket. I don't think it is, but hey, it works. So happy Pride Month to those celebrating.
And I also have the English Magic Tarot, 2 of Swords, and of course, as I often do,
Ooh.
the Karma Music Tarot, and that's the Ace of Cups. I didn't show one from the Cat People, so I'll show this one. The 4 of Wands.
I see bones on that card.
Really?
Well, I've got, wasn't there bones there?
Okay, maybe it was.
There were. Oh, they're wands. They look like, oh, you know what? I must be thinking of the deck I'm going to show later.
Cool
Okay.
story, bro.
You'll see what I mean, guys. Okay, so I have today the Lisa Hunt. Here's the beautiful 9 of Pentacles in that deck. It's the Animals Divine Tarot. Then I also have the Mystic Fairy Tarot. Here's the Lovers. It's by Barbara Moore.
Oh, that is so
Lovers in that deck.
sweet. I
Very
like
beautiful.
that one.
And then I have, put it on the wrong deck. That's smart. And then I have the Mermaids Tarot. Here is, wow, the 3 of Swords in that deck.
It's a whale of a tail.
Could be.
It's a pretty deck, too.
It is. Thank you. And finally, and that's by Lisa Robertson, by the way, and Julie Dillon did the artwork. And finally, a surprise. Woof woof. I have a dog tarot. And this is by MJ Cullinane. We have a lot of MJ, a number of, I won't say, well,
She does crows, she
a lot of
does
her decks.
Graymalkin, she
Yeah.
does Guardian of the Night Tarot.
Oracle Crow
Beautiful
one.
stuff, yes. Urban Crow Tarot.
Which one is that? That's the 4 of Swords in this deck.
Aw.
It's the, what is the actual name? The
Puppy
Wise Dog Tarot.
Puppy want to take a nap?
Puppy needs to take a nap, I think.
That's adorable.
Did you show the
Oh, I
dog
did.
bones? Yeah,
Oh.
see, that's why
There's
I
your
was
dog
thinking
bones,
of bones.
Banshee. Come and get a biscuit.
Okay. Oh, the original Addams Family, and thinking of your goth tarot.
Oh, really? What did he used to say? Karia! Pretend he was going to have a duel for Morticia.
I bet you think this song is about you, don't you? Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I chuckled a little bit earlier.
Okay, hey, we've got a list. We have everybody on it, I believe. If I've missed anybody who's hiding in the room there, just let me know. We have Angel Mary, we have Hot Girl Vic, we have Libra Cusp, we have Mama T, we have My Sweet Christina, January Girl, and K Dash.
Most
Okay.
people, when they know I can sing, or that I say I can sing, they ask me if I can sing tenor.
Oh, here he goes again with the old
10 or
joke.
15 miles away.
I'm positive you used that joke before
I
on
have.
this show.
I have, but maybe somebody didn't hear it.
Yeah, I guess. All right, and of
Hi,
course I have
Angel.
my Lenormand tiles in the box here. So there will be Lenormand draws later as well. And so let's see, is anything up and coming, Mr. O? Oh, tomorrow.
Yes, of course. Tomorrow will be another installment of the emotional exchanges, and we will be in our chat room for that one live. You can watch our
7
recording.
a.m. or 8 a.m.?
My recording. It'll be at 7 a.m. Thank
I got to
you.
get up early tomorrow. Uh-oh.
I'll drag you out there.
Angel Rivera. Hey, good to see you.
Yes, and also we have those pride kitties on our backdrop there.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yay, pride kitties.
But I bought a dog deck tonight. At least you have your cat people tarot, so that's all right. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So I'll add you to the list, Angel. Hey, I noticed something you were talking about there on Twitter. It happened in the workplace. I wonder if it showed up in your reading last week at all. I don't remember, but I was wondering when I saw that.
And we have our question from Angel Mary. Thank you.
Let's see what it is. Oh, there it is. Oh.
How would you like to do that?
Well,
One of yours?
I think we should do a yes/no first.
Sure.
So I could do mine, except I have nowhere to shuffle.
Okay, well, I'll
Why
start
are
off
you
with the
doing
cat
this?
people tarot.
Yay, kitty! Except
Since we
Kitty's
have
gotta move a little.
cats
Stay
everywhere,
there. Stay
I'll use the cat people tarot. Oh, thank you, Mama T. Hope to see you there then. It is early, even for me. I mean, I normally get up at 6 anyway, but to be able to talk or type, this may be a challenge.
I'm trying to lure him away so I have some space.
Here, you lure that.
Got it.
And yeah, and then materials matter. The material matters will be on Sunday.
And more will be coming, honest. But thankfully, people have been keeping us busy with readings lately, so we've been busy.
And I've been doing a visually enhanced card of the day. It sort of just takes the card of the day and puts a little bit of pizzazz on it. But those are exclusively at our website, tfttarotfortoday.com. But this morning I also threw out on Twitter and on my Facebook page the similar Thoughts from Thought Thursday as a visually enhanced reading. Okay, Angel Mary.
All right. You
Do you
gonna
wanna
count her?
count?
I can count.
Yeah, why don't you count them?
Maybe.
Okay, well, you want me
I
to
can do it. I can do it.
That tail may not let you.
That's extra something for the reading, I guess. Stay there, would you? And don't move stuff.
4, eh? That's awesome. You can have it. I get up naturally like 4:30, but it's usually because I got to go use the bathroom. Okay.
Whoa. Wow.
This one's really in the middle in a way.
In a way, it's in the middle.
It
Angel
looks like
Mary.
it's pointing towards no, like it's a
Right.
small chance of yes, but
You only had one ace, but there's
Right.
some caveats here. Number one, you have 2 major arcana cards, which means this is kind of an important reading. And look what we started off with.
we start off with death, which of course we all know means change, and great change at that.
Patton!
Hi, Patton.
And then we get the devil card.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That could be somebody lusting or being tempted. So that's why I'm saying it's kind of in the middle here.
Right, because with this kind of archetypal energy, maybe it really is a secret admirer. Like there's just maybe almost no way you may know. Maybe they're just really going to stay there in the background. I don't think that's likely because admirers usually want to step
Well,
forward.
change is afoot of some sort. There's some kind of transformation or change. I almost wonder if the possibility exists that this person might leave your company. You know, like they're there now and they're kind of admiring you, but from, you know, silently, but they might be moving on or making some major change.
It could be also indicating that that's the person, like maybe they have, some obsessions here. If they're an admirer, maybe in their secret, maybe they're, secretly obsessed, but maybe they're about to change, or maybe something is going to change them. Maybe they're going to just finally decide, to make an honest person of themselves and kind of step forward. It's not totally clear from that.
No.
It may be that they're there, but you're not going to really find out just yet about them. I don't know how to spin that.
I think we ought to draw, even if we decide we need anything else, we need the Lenormand. Let's see if it gives us any other insight. Okay.
Oh dear. The rider at the crossroads.
See, I think this person, in a way, that crossroads, Angel Mary, to me, relates to the death card in some way. And the rider indicates somebody on the move, Now, there could be a message. Maybe they're at a crossroads as to whether they should come out, and tell you. But I also think this could mean, because the rider ties in to me, also, the crossroads does with the death card, that they might be moving on. The rider might just be indicating that they're moving on.
I get the feeling like you have a sense of this because that's why you asked it. And now I'm sort of like reassessing what I said there. And I'm just wondering if this is a powerful kind of person, or a person who plays with their sense of being powerful, because this is like really about control. This is a person who's really in control. Maybe they want to control others, and maybe they want to transform others, because of course there is this transformative energy there.
Yeah.
And then I see that rider and the crossroads, and I don't know if it could be like what Banshee's saying, like maybe they're going to depart, but maybe make their presence known. But I'm actually thinking too that maybe they are coming to this crossroad themselves, and it is about what I said earlier about really maybe stepping forward. And I suppose that maybe, just to be a little bit dramatic, this is kind of like maybe a big deal for them, if not for you, when the revelation of who they really are, becomes clear. So it looks like maybe, but maybe just not yet. You might want to ask us in another week or two or later.
The cards are, like I said, it's leaning towards no, but in my mind, it's kind of a weak no. But whether they're actually going to come out and tell you, they're just going to, not, that remains to be seen. And also the fact that they might just be moving on. I don't know. But that's interesting. It was an interesting reading, Angel Mary. I think I would, start looking at people and seeing if you pick up a vibe. Hey, Aaliyah. Hey, Patton, do you want a reading tonight or not?
And boo back.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to put your name down there, Patton, but if you're not, that's fine. So, okay, after Angel Mary comes Hot Girl Vic, and then Libra Cusp, Mama T, My Sweet Christina, January Girl, Kate Dash, Angel Rivera, Patton, and Aaliyah.
Okay, you're welcome, and I hope that wasn't too mysterious. It just sort of seems rather interesting and semi-dramatic.
Even when we get a maybe no or a maybe yes, sometimes we get cards that really say, yeah, it really is leaning towards yes, or it's really leaning towards no. This one looks like it's leaning towards the opposite, that it might be, they're saying it's leaning towards no, but something else could happen because it was just that ambiguous, Angel Mary.
Alrighty.
Oh, okay. All right.
What does June have? Hopefully good weather, maybe some outdoor activities for those that want them.
Oh, Sunman.
Sunman, do you want to go outside? Please say no.
They are not allowed
Please
out.
say no.
Don't let our cats out.
They never go out. And we're okay with that, and so
Besides, we have the occasional coyote running through the area,
yeah,
too.
we have seen
Not a good
coyotes.
idea.
It's been a few years, but me and my son once saw them in a field that's not too far from us, so I didn't like that. We're just that much out of the city that we're getting some of this stuff. But actually, we're only like about 25 miles from downtown Detroit, so it's kind of funny, you know. We're not really that far.
No, absolutely not. No.
Not in my opinion.
Mm-mm. Takes us, what, 15 minutes to get there, roughly? 20
maybe.
downtown?
You know, because it's nearly all on the freeway. We
Yeah.
can just jump right on the freeway.
And we're pretty close to the freeway, too.
Yeah.
What, about a couple miles?
Yeah, really, I think it's just under 2 miles. I-75, which people in Florida and maybe elsewhere would know. So
Yeah, we're on the interstate.
goes all the way down from somewhere on top of Michigan all the way down to Florida.
Somebody posted a cool tweet about Lake Superior today on Twitter, and it was talking about the fact that Lake Superior is so cold that if a body drowns
I saw
there,
that.
it doesn't float to the surface because the water is too cold for bacteria to form that would make the body rise.
The reason why it doesn't happen is the water's so cold. Oh, how did I hear this? It's about the bacteria.
Right, the bacteria, you know, the body gets bacteria that makes it rise when it dies, but it doesn't
It's because
form.
of the frozenness. There's a lack of
Yes.
oxygen
Yeah,
that they
well-
would need in order to...
Science, schmience.
Ah! Okay,
It just happens.
so what do we got here?
Well, what does it look like? The Six
looks
of
like the s-
Pentacles, right?
No,
Or
it's
Six of
the
Swords.
Six of Swords right
Six
here.
of Swords. But hold your horses. We do have some swords here. Here's the Justice card reversed. So the Six of Swords was reversed. The Justice card is reversed. And, did I say swords again? Yeah, it is. The Four of Swords is reversed, which is interesting to me. It's kind of like, hot girl, it's kind of like, you know, you want to do things, yet you don't want to do things. There's kind of a push-pull going on here. And a little bit of imbalance in the month of June. Let's blame it on Mercury retrograde, you know, I feel. Because the Six of Swords is showing some inability to want to, you know, break yourself out of some confining conditions right now. But yet, the Four of Swords is indicating you really want to.
Yeah.
You really want to.
You're pulled between a couple forces, one that really wants you to reactivate, and the other one that maybe is just wanting to hold you around. Maybe it feels that the Justice reverse thing, like there's just some decision you have to do, you have to kind of get through some process. Maybe it's about something, you know, unfair, but you can't really get activated until you get over this hump here. Let me think about this for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think?
I was just going to answer Angel Rivera and say, yeah, I drove to Florida once all the way down I-75, so I'm sure we went through that area.
If we do that again, we'll stop and have coffee.
I don't think you were, that was when I
know.
Yeah.
It wasn't
with
me.
Our friend.
You were with someone else.
I was.
So Justice reversed often indicates that there is some sort of struggle with equality or fairness.
Or balance.
Or balance. It may be that these are issues that just are holding you back from really fully committing to moving ahead. Like there's just some issue that you kind of got to put to rest.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. It looks like this month is kind of a contradiction, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say is you just aren't sure, you know, whether you should make a move now, even though that move could better things for you or not.
I just feel like it's a nagging detail. Like you're sort of like, I know there's something I need to do.
And you know, I would just say this, hot girl, let things go slow this month because, you know, Mercury retrograde is not a good time to make major moves.
That's true.
So you might want to lay low, just relax, enjoy
We are
the
stuck
month.
with it till the 20th, and then there's a week or two of it clearing up, so
Yeah.
let her mind. Huh. Interesting. The lily.
I don't believe I pulled this again. Did you hear me ruffling?
I heard you ruffling.
And I've got the rider.
Well, the lily and the rider. The lily sort of sounds like maybe there are some things that have to shape up, have to kind of mature more in some way. And I'm wondering if it's about these issues that, you know, you're considering but are sort of like getting in your way kind of stuff. The rider says, though, that there is this thing you're aware of, maybe this thing to happen here, but it's once again, it's kind of saying the same thing, like maybe you're not sure you're ready to do this, you have some detail to do.
I've got my pointer ready.
All right, get going.
So look, the rider ties right into that Four of Swords reversed, in my opinion. Also, it could be that Six of Swords. It's really saying you want to make a move, but as Mr. O said, I think you really need to form your plans or your thoughts on this more. You know, is it in your best interests? What's the best way to approach this? You know, I think you have to germinate the plan. And that's what Mercury retrograde is actually good for planning.
And it may be that you don't think or feel you have some big thing that you're trying to do in June, but maybe that's another result of Mercury retrograde, that it's sort of saying there is something and you're not remembering it, or Mercury retrograde is keeping you from understanding that. Because I just feel with Justice in that lily, there is something
Sorry,
to
Sonny.
attend to.
Hey, well, I'm sorry I disturbed you.
So that's what we have there.
Sonny was mad because I moved something that was under him. The list. So that's what we have for you, hot girl. Good luck with the month of June. Hey, Libra Cusp, you are up. And then Mama T, my sweet Christina, January girl, K Dash, Angel Rivera, Patton, and Aaliyah.
So I have the monitor on the side with me, which I don't really like because it makes me turn away from the camera.
Well, it's a little better than when you had it lower.
But it's a necessary evil to keep up with you guys in the chat room.
Well, it's also because we wanted to give more space to the cat
welcome.
Who's been feeling very left out of our live streams lately.
Aw, poor sun man.
Hey, you're welcome, hot girl.
You are welcome.
Okay, what's coming towards Libra Cusp? Your deck?
Back to me. So let's use the Karma Music Tarot.
Wrestle time. Oh, don't mess with my bracelet. Gotta move the bracelet. Okay, there. We're wrestling.
So we believe we're going to do something for Midsummer's.
Yes, we are going to do a special little video. Should I spill the beans or not?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Spill the beans.
It's something we've actually done as a ceremony or performance at a couple of events. Just twice, I believe, we've done it.
Well, we're going to do a very macrocosmic version, and also it's actually something that I released in tweets and Facebook posts. It's my Midsummer's Day Tarot Journey, which is basically the Journey of the Fool.
Journey of the Fool.
So I have little poems that I wrote for the Fool's Journey, and we're going to read them and a little bit more on summer solstice. So look for that video to come out.
I think you have some summer activities coming up for you. A card casually fell, and that's what I thought. It was the Knight of Wands. And I said you're moving into the fiery summer period, so there may be some activities going on that will be fun or will be connective, will be bonding with family or with friends.
Oh my gosh, Angel Rivera, the Sun Man gets plenty of attention here.
What is he? King Louis the 15th?
Oh, do you want to talk about what happened on your Goth Tarot with the other attention-seeking cat?
Yes. If you watched Goth Tarot, and for some reason it was a lot shorter. Normally it's like 15 minutes. It was even shorter. It was like 10 minutes. But right at the end, the back door opened behind me as if a ghost had pushed it open. And then there was this little plaintive meow, meow, meow. And sure enough, it was Shadow, and I was afraid she was going to jump up on my stage, but she didn't, but she just cried a lot. So her tail wagged, her luxurious black tail just waved around once, and you just heard her meow. So check it out. It's right at the end of Goth Tarot.
Yes, but cat indeed. Cats, plural. It's like I said before you got here, Angel, before we started, there were 2 cats on this table, Sassy and Sunny.
Okay, Libra, what's coming for you? We have the 9 of Cups reversed. Then we have the Star. Talk about a contrast again.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of that. It's got to be this wacky astrological energy.
Mercury retrograde.
Seriously.
And then we have the 2 of Swords, and that almost should go in the middle because the 2 of Swords is about balance, and of course these things seem pretty diametrically opposed to some degree. 9 of Cups could literally be saying you're not getting your wish, things just aren't working out for you to enjoy. But the Star is saying, oh, something magnificent or destiny laden is about to occur. The 2 of Swords says, hold on steady, regulate yourself and kind of hang in there and wait for this.
Well, and there's the rub, Libra, because basically, you're not going to get what you truly want out of this period, what's coming to you, say, in the next, 3 to 4 weeks. Maybe it's going to be kind of a down time. And so basically the 2 of Swords is saying, hold steady through that. Hang in there, don't fret, you don't have to make a move. Things will happen and develop because the Star is saying there is something out there fomenting under the surface. It's just not going to happen in the next 3 to 4 weeks, I'd say.
Hi, Horoscope Queen. Thanks for coming back.
Oh, hey. Horoscope
Now, I would say
Queen
before...
was here before? Okay.
Yeah, she was here before.
Oh.
Now, I would say too, Libra Cusp, before we go on to Lenormand, I dropped the card, the King of, or the Knight of Wands, and I felt that meant summer activity, moving into some pleasurable thing. So I sort of feel like it plays into this a little bit. Like maybe what you may find is you might have too much fun, maybe something pleasurable, get sunburned,
well, there
something
is
like
that too. Too much
know.
of a good thing sometimes is indicated
Right.
by that card.
But still at the same time, I still feel this is about maybe also to finding or feeling more of that destiny that you think is coming to you, maybe by the summer activities, something that happens. So let's pull the Lenormand.
I pull the Rider again.
Watch,
I
I'll
did
get
not.
it. Oh, we have a Stork and the Lady.
So, new beginnings and change is coming. I feel this is playing into the Star energy here. It's just a matter of time before you set your sights on something new, something more rewarding, something more promising, like the Star energy is talking about here. That's you and change or new beginnings.
These 2 things, well, certainly the Stork, seem to align more with our positive message, which is saying that there's a mix of things coming, and some of them may seem pleasurable, but not. But clearly watch for the signs of what is new that will be developing. And so I guess that's why you're getting the cautionary 2 of Swords. Hold steady, just sort of have a sense of regulation because the best is still coming.
Yeah. Hey, it sounds good. It really does. It's just not going to be immediate. And it just doesn't surprise me because I think this Mercury retrograde is going to be pretty wonky. We've already been having problems here with technology.
Yeah,
so.
more on the tech stuff, a little bit with the human miscommunications, but tech stuff is not our friend this month.
So that's what we have for you, Libra Cusp.
Thanks, Libra.
And so I'll go through the list now because I've added a name. So we have Mama T is next. My Sweet Christina's following. January girls after that. K Dash, Angel Rivera, Patton, Aaliyah, and Horoscope Queen.
All right. Oh, you heard her, Mama T. She was pretty loud.
I did too. That shadow, she has a way of getting your attention.
They all have their different ways to do it, and she's like big time whiner.
Well, and it's more than that. She will do things that she knows she should not just to get your attention. She's got a little bit of a cat devil streak in her.
She's a little devil.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, also, what's coming towards Mama T? So I will use a deck. Let's see.
All right.
Well, let's use this Dog Tarot deck. Why not?
All right. Yes. Our
Let's give
first
it a
time
go.
using. Well, you used it a few minutes ago, right?
No.
Oh, we just showed it. That's right.
Yeah.
So this is our first use of this deck on the
For
show,
people,
or for
right.
anyone. Mama Teresa gets it. There's no prize other than the reading.
Yeah, there's nothing special. They're nice cards, though. It's the Wise Dog Tarot. All right, Mr. O.
All right. Oh, they have a nice feel. Nice and smooth.
They're a little big.
They are. They're a little bit longer. They're not super wide, so that's good.
Yeah,
Wider
she
than
does
some.
make decks that are, MJ Cullinane does make some decks that are a little bit wide or longer.
The Guardian one is wide, yeah.
Yes.
It's a challenge. It's probably about as wide as the Karma
So I am
Music.
expecting one deck. I did order a Rider-Waite deck that's called the Reflective Tarot from US Games, and it's got some nice real colors that I'm hoping will pop on screen. Basically, that's why I got it. It's like I don't have a million Rider-Waite decks.
What's coming from Mama T?
A dog, another dog, and another dog. 2 out of 3 are not bad, but we have the Death card here, Mama T. Change is a-coming. You know, we had that card in our card of the day this week, did we not, Mr. O?
That was today.
Yeah. And then we have the 2, was it today? No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday's card.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah. So then we have the 2 of Pentacles.
They're upright.
And then we
This
have
one,
the
is
Fool reversed.
The Fool reversed.
Okay, so what was that? That's Death. Okay, so here's my thoughts. The Death and the Fool have a message here, I think. That 2 of Pentacles is right in the middle here. You know, you want change. You want things to change up. You need something to happen in your life, you know, for change for the better. But the Fool is just saying, maybe not so fast. You got to be careful. You got to take it cool and calculating. This is no time to take a risk. This is time, if you're going to make a move, to really think about what you're doing and be deliberate about it. And I think that 2 of Pentacles here is saying, you know, you want to maintain balance in your life. You don't want things to get too topsy-turvy. So you want to try to just take this as, you know, make sure that this change is something that you can manage right now. And it's not too risky for you.
I mostly agree with this. I feel like you are that 2 of Pentacles there, and that you have this dual nature. You have a need and or the willingness to try to affect change in your life. But at the other hand, you also are in tune a little bit with your instinct or with deep feelings that are cautionary to you. Maybe some of this is about things in the past that worried you or caused you to be more cautious. So you sort of have that sense of trying to find your sweet spot between really moving towards change, but also feeling like you need to be cautious about how you do it.
Yeah, let's do the Lenormand on that.
You first.
Oh,
Right?
was I going first again?
I don't even know if I should or not, but I did. And I have the tree.
Oh, wow.
And all I know is dogs like to urinate on trees.
Oh, you bad dis-
Okay,
oh, look
only
at
male
this.
dogs.
Mama T, I like this a lot.
Oh,
You have
look at
the
that, the sun.
tree and you have the sun. And to me, that indicates better health conditions. That indicates, you know, more strength and stamina and just more vitality. The sun is, you know, very, very healing and positive in this position.
I might even go back and rework this whole reading now, because these sort of really inform the other cards
Oh, okay,
here.
go ahead. Let me hear
And maybe just say that, you know, a large part of what's been going on is you trying to find the balance for health, not just your health, but the people around you that matter, that may have some conditions right now. And so there's this feeling that big changes need to happen, maybe to create this flow for health and understanding, but still, once again, the caution remains, or the idea of making sure you're really ready for that too. So some of this involves health things that really will be challenging you or those you care about, and you have to be careful.
Well, it might also indicate that, okay, the way to be careful here is if you're going to make like really major changes, perhaps you might need to consult a healthcare practitioner, to get advice first.
Yes.
Because some things, you try to do might influence, like dietary changes and stuff could make a problem worse, inadvertently. So make sure that what you're doing is kind of doctor approved, but it looks really, really positive for you.
There's a lot of positivity here.
Yeah, I like the way this looks, Mama T.
Ruff.
Good luck with that. And let's see, let's move on. Wow, that was a great reading. Hey, my sweet Christina, you are up. And then January Girl, K Dash, Angel Rivera, Patton, Aaliyah, and Horoscope Queen.
I see that, Mama Teresa. And over 20 years ago, my mom had an adorable cat. I had brought the cat to her when it was a kitten. She called it Cleopatra, but we always called it Kiki. It was kind of an unusual kind of tortoiseshell, one of those reverse ones. And my mom had it for years and years, and then it passed away, because it was older. It lived to be almost 20. And then my mom moved out of state, and for the first 6 or 7 months, I would talk to her on the phone, and she would say, I'm sure I heard Kiki in the bedroom, meowing, or I heard her walking by.
Well, I've heard a cat meow in our house, which there was no cat down here when I heard it. And actually, one time that it happened was when we were in between cats after our last cat passed away. So I definitely knew there were no cats around. So it was one of our passed away cats, I'm pretty sure.
We and our son have all seen little small shadow things. Occasionally, for me, once or twice, there was so much definition when I saw it out of the corner of my eye that I actually thought it was the cat at first, and then it just faded away.
Gina! Guess what
Hi,
I've got, Gina? The dog tarot, the wise dog tarot.
You get a biscuit.
Woof woof.
Look at that. Dog bones. Isn't that fabulous?
It's so colorful. So, hey, okay, my sweet Christina's posted her question.
Okay.
Do you want to grab a deck?
Yes. We'll use the English Magic Tarot. Okay. Good question. We'll start off with a yes or no for that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say yes. No, yes, no. Yeah, I think we should start with that. It makes perfect sense, Mr. O. Yeah, I do believe the animals stick around.
It's funny, I'm kind of two-minded about it because I sort of feel that in general, most animals are part of a group or collective soul, but I sort of feel that when animals and their owners bond deeply, that it could actually maybe elevate their soul or part of their soul, a consciousness about it, and so they're not exactly that kind of thing. And I sort of think that maybe from a thousands of years perspective, it plays into the domestication of dogs or cats, that just somehow that bonding started to evolve their spirit or their consciousness.
Oh, do you have this deck, Gina? The Wise Dog Tarot? It's awesome. I'm glad I got it. Or maybe you've just seen it before. All right. And it fills a real void for me because even though I have a dog oracle, I didn't have a dog tarot, and I got all this cat stuff, We got to give some creds to the dogs. What you got there?
One ace.
Okay.
The 5 of Cups.
Okay.
We're going to say maybe. We only had one ace, so that sort of says it's leaning more.
Leaning towards no.
No. The other cards that may have some ideas here for us is the moon reversed.
Oh.
And sometimes the moon talks about mysteries, deception, scandals. When it's reversed, it may mean that they're found out or that they've come to light or they've been challenged in some way. But we also have the 5 of Cups, and that maybe also leads me towards the maybe idea, like maybe they think they are their child or their parent, because this is sort of about a regret or a loss or a sense of loss and regret, yet with the idea that they really didn't lose everything.
Well, I think it is leaning towards no, and I think this is going to be revealed to you in some way. And there may be some, in the story itself may be a story, like he said, of regret or loss. Although I don't know if you might be feeling a sense of loss over this as well, or maybe once you find out, whatever you're going to find out in this story, you're going to feel kind of a sense of loss.
Right, like maybe you were thinking it could be a nephew to you, but maybe it actually isn't. You might still have a relationship with him, of course, So it's hard to say, because I agree, it does seem to be leaning towards no, but there is this possibility that maybe a small possibility that maybe it's true. The Sun Man is perturbing you. The Bear and the Heart. I'm in uncharted territory here.
I knew you were going to abdicate. Well, that's really interesting, though. I would say that, whoever brother's biological child, I would say this person has a very strong maternal figure in their life. I don't know if your brother has taken care of JJ in any way that makes you think that he's the biological father, like if this is him nurturing and taking care of this child, or if it's just the fact that whoever the mother really is, there's a very, very strong maternal bond here.
This is exactly what I was going to say.
Was it?
Well, not exactly, but I was going to say, so who is the possible mother in this situation? Because I sort of feel their connection is very strong. But at the same time, I went back, I was just drawn back to that moon card.
You're going to say something I was going to say, aren't you?
That this really is a mystery.
Well, actually, what I was going to say is I have a feeling, so do you know who doesn't want to get a DNA? Okay, so you do know who the mother is. Because I was going to say, maybe it was going to be more revealed who the mother is.
Was it a broken relationship? Were they married at one time, and somehow the timing of the pregnancy just sort of lends some doubt there, or something?
Well, or they had a relationship, so that this is a question. It's really interesting that the bear would come up, because the bear is like a very protective figure, and it's protecting the heart. So you know what? I almost think
could be her parents, her father and her stepmother watched the child.
Okay, well, but I'm also wondering too if the mother, whatever, maybe now is the mother claiming that your brother's the father? Because what I'm thinking here is maybe the mother is feeling it's in the child's best interests for the child to think JJ's the father as opposed to someone else. Maybe she's doing this to protect the child from something.
Oh, you mean like what happened with Todd Rundgren and Steven Tyler's
Well,
daughter.
I don't know.
Similar.
But yeah.
I mean, that's like the soap opera version.
But that's kind of interesting. So that's kind of what I think there.
A side
Christina.
chick.
She was
And
a
so
side
apparently
chick, okay.
she's released any of her hold on the child, I guess, because
Well,
your
it's-
folks are watching the
Right.
child.
Right, and so maybe that was it too. And maybe actually because she knows she's maybe not that great a mother figure, that she has decided that the child would be in better hands, somewhere else. So she's doing this, I feel, to protect the child.
Is that the mom leaving the child behind?
Could be. And the
Or,
regrets.
well, and the regrets, but also, too, the act of love of an Ace of Cups. That sometimes, to put up a child for adoption or let somebody else raise your child because you can't do it. I'm not saying this person is that noble because, after all, we're calling her the side chick.
Oh dear. Well, that's what we have.
It's pretty
for you.
complicated, isn't
that
it?
was interesting. Definitely, my sweet Christina.
You always bring us some interesting questions.
Hey, January girl, you are up, and then Kate Dash, Angel Rivera, Patton, Aaliyah, Horoscope Queen, and Gina.
Ah. That's sad. At some point, I always feel like people have to do what's best for the child. So hopefully that's what's happening. And I am thirsty tonight. We're almost at the end of our first hour.
Oh,
so
shedding children taken away. Well, interesting, but that still doesn't mean that she's playing some subterfuge here. I think there is still room for doubt as to who really is the father of the child.
yeah. But bless your folks for taking care of this child, even if there is no possible genetic tie, I guess.
So we could do, I'll tell you what, January girl, we could do the thing where we do the 2 cards and 2 cards. So one side will be about your current path, and the other side will be about what would happen if you went back to sales as your career.
Okay.
How about that? Okay.
Yep.
Let me grab my stuff. I have to move the cat ever so gently.
Sure, like that's going to happen.
I did.
We went out and did a thing. Well, I went out and did a thing. I picked up Taco Bell. Don't do that very often. And got a taco salad.
Taco Bell?
I'm sorry. I got a taco salad, but I got it at Wendy's. Wendy's is the one we really don't do very
I was
often.
going to say, gee, I missed my tacos then.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I would have shared the taco salad with you.
Yeah, true.
It
All
was
right.
big. That's good.
Okay. This cat is adorable.
I have to watch it, January Girl, because it seems like lately, with Memorial Weekend and everything, I've been up and down the scales, and I'm lucky because I seem to lose weight fast, but I don't like being 193 one day, 193 pounds, and
Are you
then
actually posting your weight here?
going
I will
down
not do that.
to 188 in 2 days,
No
lost
sharing.
6 pounds or whatever it was. I don't think it's anything bad for me. It's just
No, and really,
Good
like
metabolism
he needs
even
to
at my
really
age.
lose weight. He has no butt. I've talked about this before.
everyone except me in my immediate family is diabetic, mostly because they gained weight. My doctor always said the more weight you have around the middle, the more likely you too will become diabetic.
Okay, what is with the theme of
You were
death
supposed
today?
to do the two.
Was it a yes, no? Oh,
The two.
you're right.
Yeah.
I can do that, though,
Okay.
because it really should be this way. And that makes it very interesting.
All right. So the first one is the old, and then the next one is
exactly
sales?
the way I would have drew it.
All right.
So, okay, so if you stay on your current path, this is what we have. The Hermit reversed.
Wow, the Hermit reversed.
Strength reversed. 2 major arcana. But let's go for a third one. So this is if you would stay in sales, or you would go back to sales. Death, upright.
Death of a salesman.
And a 10 of Wands reversed. So, this is really kind of interesting to me. I'll tell you what, January girl, to me, it looks like the sales path is the better path, but that's kind of surprising to me for the reasons I'm going to tell you in a minute. Let me go there first. And why I think that's the better path is it's going to be a big departure for you going back again. It's going to be like really shifting gears again, and back into the grind. But for some reason, you're going to feel less stress and less burdened. And I don't know, when I think of sales careers, I think they're often high pressure. But maybe because, that's familiar territory to you, that's not the case.
Maybe, just a random thought, but maybe as you decide to go back and that filters into that community of employers and possibilities, they feel like you're ready for an upgrade, the big change, because they don't want to lose you. They want you to feel more free there.
And so the other, staying on your current path, looks like you're in a kind of disadvantaged position with strength reversed. And then you had, what was the other one?
The Hermit reversed.
The Hermit reversed. The Hermit reversed, I think, just talks about,
this could be like out of your comfort zone in a way.
In a way, but it's about teaching the world, or teaching. So it is about teaching, but it's kind of like what you're doing now doesn't seem to be your strong suit.
So this is the old thing. Sales is the new thing. She just said that. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So
okay.
I may have been floppy there, but okay. So
I see.
This was the old career. Sales is the new career. So we interpreted the cards about sales correctly, though.
Okay. Yeah, we did. I think that, what I would say, though, is that...
Except for the fact that you haven't been there before.
Maybe
so it's a big
just
change.
Because you haven't been feeling too comfortable here, then I'll just change that. That's why the sales career seems less burdensome to you. Maybe just the way that responsibilities... the pressure is distributed, in one job over the other, it's more manageable for you in the sales career.
Well, the other thing, too, is that usually when you're joining something for the first time, you sort of get the expectation that you're going to be shown the ropes and you're going to have a period of time to adjust and learn your job. I hate it when people say you're expected to learn your job in 2 months. I remember when you're expected to take a year, maybe 2 years to learn your job, depending on what it was. Anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what, put those back up there.
Okay, well, I didn't really say anything about them.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So this is about the position you did have, and I sort of feel like you don't feel empowered by that. That's why strength is reversed. You sort of feel like things there are more difficult, or that you have to apply more force to make things happen for you. You have to force your way. You have to be more aggressive personality that you maybe don't want to be necessarily. And in the Hermit reverse, before I said something about not being in your comfort zone, but I could also suggest too that maybe you sort of feel like you don't fit in anymore in a way, like it's not as comfortable because maybe you either feel you know more or you know less, or somehow you're just not quite matching with what they're looking for anymore, like it's changed. So, Lenormand?
Yeah, what I want to do...
I see what you're saying.
What I want to do is pull Lenormand for each. So let's pull one first for the present position. Wow.
Do I pull one too?
I think so. We have to have 2 for each.
I see.
They're read in pairs. Look at that. It seems to me clear that you're going to be moving on from this. maybe it is steady work for you, but the coffin says something's coming to an end and you are moving on.
The writer, yeah. So, and maybe it's the end of the school year thing. I don't know.
That could be too.
Maybe
But I really
another
see an
opportunity just
ending
sort of
here.
appears or something.
And so let's look. Well, you could give let's leave them there for now. I want to see what I get here. I went first again. I'm sorry. Look at that.
House. Sun.
It seems like you would be very successful and feel at home there.
Yeah. In fact, I really felt that this is like the change you need. The change you need, freeing yourself from other responsibilities or burdens that you don't kin to anymore. Right. I can't say anything more about that. That it just seems like these go along with that and suggest it's probably much better for you. Yeah. These suggest that the process says maybe it was okay, but you really want something else. You want to try to do something else.
Hey, that's what we have for you. You'll have to keep us posted on that, January.
Absolutely.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
Hey, K-Dash, are you with us? It's your turn. And then after K-Dash is Angel Rivera, Patton, Aaliyah, Horoscope Queen, and Gina.
Woohoo!
Hey, it's always good to have a full night on a Thursday. Thanks for coming, everybody.
That does sound good, January girl. Good luck.
So do you want to pop up the sales screen for a minute while I'm waiting for K-Dash?
Oh, right. So, yes.
So we have a 2-for-1 sale going on our site. We had one happy customer the other day, and they said we're way too cheap. So that was awesome to hear that. I will be posting that testimonial on my page.
And we've had a couple of other readings recently, too, and they really liked us, and it just warmed our hearts totally.
So basically, these readings are, you buy the one tarot reading out of 5 that we have listed, and then you will get a 5-card Lenormand reading free. So you buy one at full price, which I believe is only $9.99 for that reading, or $9, and you get the second one free. Such a deal. We are crazy sometimes.
General for K-Dash. My turn, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you're welcome, January girl. No, I actually don't. I'm kind of taunting her because, like I often say, I can lose weight just by thinking about it. It's true. Even at my age, all I have to do is just basically eat a little less, 1 or 2 meals, and boom, I lose the weight. I hope it's always like that, but I don't know that it will be.
Well, we probably aren't raising our prices anytime soon, Angel, but we won't be offering that 2-for-1 for more than the month of June. We'll have some other specials along the way, I'm sure. I am absolutely sure. And I'm trying to encourage sales, because if we make a particular threshold and we reach a particular ceiling, we plan on doing actually readings for charities. So, but I really want to get our bank account in a particular spot, and once it's there, we're going to do some charity fundraising.
Absolutely. Because, that's how we really started years ago. We were both reading for years, and we mostly read at parties or small events. And then somewhere in the 90s, somebody pulled us into a charity because they became a widow unexpectedly, and that person was a friend of ours too. And so they asked us to do something for that particular process at a street fair. And after that, we started doing more readings, and then we did the block party Halloween in a downriver community 4 or 5 years in a row. And then, of course, other things happened, and we just sort of got quieter for a while. But we're very happy to do that kind of work, charity work.
All right, okay. General.
High Priestess.
Ooh.
I love this one.
What else you got?
Reversed Page of Cups.
Interesting.
Oh my goodness, why didn't somebody tell me I don't have my cameras on? Sorry. High Priestess and Page of Cups were the first two cards. Sorry, I didn't have the camera set. And then we had the Eight of Wands.
Reversed.
Reversed. Like the page was.
Wow. Well, it's really, we have been getting today, I feel a lot of kind of opposite push-pull kind of cards. And I feel that way about the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. But I think in this case, what I'm going to say, K-Dash, is that I think generally right now is a period where, you know, you have a lot of, you could have a lot of insights and intuition, but you got to pay attention more. I feel the Page of Cups reversed is not paying attention, is a little bit too scattered and unfocused to really pay attention to some of the messages that are coming through. And let's magnify that by throwing the Eight of Wands reversed into the mix, you know. It seems like you're kind of, you know, your energy has kind of been maybe scattered to too many different areas, and now, you know, you're feeling kind of drained. And so therefore the messages and the insights are not able to really come through.
It's kind of a curious grouping here because for me, a lot of times, as many years as I've done cards, I rarely have had the High Priest with the reverse Page of Cups, and I always kind of feel like, or maybe this time I feel like, they're sort of like revolving around each other. One does represent this instinctual, intuitive wisdom. The other one would normally be something more like that, intuitive, upright, but so it's the opposite then. It's sort of like cut off from feelings. And so maybe that's just because you're not focusing in the right way, or your energy is scattered for some reason. Your energy is depleted, but this potential to be turn that around is probably a lot greater, and you probably know this. And so the thing is that you will probably be finding that it defines a certain question or situation that's coming to you that you just can't quite get a handle on it, and maybe you need to sleep on it a bit.
Well, yeah, I think the Eight of Wands is also kind of indicating to me that, you know, this is again a period where maybe it's time to recuperate or rest and relax and try to open those channels back up to receiving messages. The Eight of Wands is like you're kind of spent, so take it easy a little bit during this Mercury retrograde period, because I do think this is kind of a challenging month ahead.
If I had to be just basically more functional here, I'd say that you could have the possibility of missing an intuitive moment that you need to catch. You need to catch something, so slow down a little bit, because it's maybe like really wobbly, and if you can focus more, you're going to catch this message that will probably be important.
Yeah.
That's right. Mama Bear is here. The bear in our Lenormand tiles.
And the Tower.
Oh.
Well, again, the Tower kind of indicates to me, I don't know why. I mean, it has many meanings. It could relate to a workplace. It could relate to a corporation, government. It could relate to a hospital. But I'm feeling with that bear there that it's time to take care of you, and maybe you need a little bit of alone time, a little bit more me time, a little bit of solitude, because also the Tower can indicate kind of putting up some walls and just saying, hey, enough of the craziness for a while, I need to retreat.
So I wonder if this possible intuition you need to pay attention to is related to this idea about your empowerment within some institutional setting. So it could be like where you work at or how you work, or something that's maybe more vocational, or maybe something institutional that you have a regular relationship with. Maybe it's going to a church or a place of worship. Maybe it's visiting somebody in a particular kind of place, a healthcare place, anything like that. But I'm just sort of feeling like this is an empowering moment for you, but you could miss some of the signs. Like it's an opportunity that's coming to you to maybe get involved in something like this. I know it's a little vague.
Well, it could be. I'm going to stick with what I've said because it kind of tied into the way I was reading it. But yeah, this is, like I said, whatever the case may be, it's just kind of another situation of kind of opposite cards coming together. We've had that a few times tonight. And that's why I'm saying I just can't help but wonder if it's the astrological energies, that are hitting us. So that's what we have for you. Hey, good luck with that, K-Dash.
Mama T, I weighed 165 when I graduated high school many, many years ago. And now I'm about 25 pounds more, so not too bad. But I've been more than that, so I've come back,
This man does not show any weight gain. He really does not. So we are.
No, you can see me when I turn sideways. See, when I was 17 or 18, my mom said, "Don't turn sideways, I can't see you."
You know how people like to buy baggy pants, the kids of the, maybe it's not
You're
a trend
welcome, Kate.
anymore. Well, his are just naturally baggy in the butt because there's nothing there.
Oh, stop.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
So is he a shorter
jealous.
fellow? Because that sounds like a seriously low weight for a guy. I mean, I'm almost 6 feet. I'm 5'11", so 165, 185 is okay. And I'm big bone. I have the whole big bone thing.
Yeah, that is a big drop. But of course, he had surgery and all that stuff. I know the drill. So he has to regain his strength. Hopefully that's happening. Hopefully. And
I'm going to say a prayer for him
Rivera,
tonight.
you are up. And after Angel Rivera's Patton, Aaliyah, Horoscope Queen, and Gina.
Woohoo! And we're about 15 minutes into our second hour. So
Almost.
there you go. I'm going to remind everybody that we are on Sundays too with our live stream. You can catch that at Sundays 2 to 4 p.m. And also earlier is Banshee's
Yay.
Material Matters. And we both hang out in the chat room for that too. That's from 10 to 10:30 most Sunday mornings. So check that out. Why are you LMAO? Was it something I said?
Mark you absent. 3 Ginas. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if he's just going to, disappear, Gina. Just totally vanish from view.
I was a very unhealthy child, and so I was skinny. My older brother was skinny too. My 2 younger sibs, they tend to be more weightful. But every single one of those guys and my parents all went diabetic. And I didn't, but I have been pre-diabetic and close. And I have to work at keeping my weight down because I'm sure my doc is right that if I gain much more weight, especially around my middle, I could probably go diabetic. I don't want that.
Who's Doc?
Yours.
I lost track. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if I used this one yet. Use that one.
Yes. The famous story of somebody walking behind me at a picnic and they said, "Obi, where's your butt?" And then I became Obi of the no butt.
Yes, it's true. It's all true.
It's an urban legend, but it doesn't end well.
Ha ha. All right.
Look at you. You're just messing up that whole thing there. What's up?
That's good at that. I'm going to give him the wand. The wand, the magic wand for Sunman.
You guys are a riot tonight. Oh, God.
Well, that's never going to happen to me. Although I'm kind of short, and I don't know, the wind can carry me anyway, weight or not. Just can.
Maybe later when we're a little bit slower here, we're done with most of the readings, I'll tell the story about my father.
Oh, no.
Do you know what story that is?
I fear I might.
his impression of being Buddha.
Oh, jeez. All right. Air your dirty laundry if you must.
It's more of a cute story.
Wow, you got 2 8s in this reading, Angel, and all your cards are upright. But let's get to it. We got the 5 of Wands upright.
Pretty colors. I like that nice pastelish.
And then we have the 8 of Swords upright. This one's kind of interesting to me because she looks a little bit more in a precarious position than most normal 8 of Swords. Look at those thorns and stuff. That just looks a little bit testy there, dicey.
Yeah, I don't think she likes that.
No, and then we have the 8 of Cups upright.
2 8s.
Yes. And so I feel like, okay, the 5 of there's been competition, there might be some quarreling, there may have been some disagreements, there may have been some arguments, and it led to a feeling of, man, I just feel like there's no way out of this, there's just no way to resolve this situation. And the 8 of Cups indicates somebody walking away, like somebody's just either decided to give up and move on, or somebody, perhaps yourself even, whatever the case may be, is walking away.
So it almost sounds like what you mentioned about, some rough days recently too, that just, it seems like there were just too many energies between people, not necessarily cutthroat, but enough about, my lane, you stay in your lane, all that kind of stuff. And then it made you feel like you had to stay in your lane and you didn't really like being in your lane, or that's somehow there. But in general, I agree with Banshee on all of these, and that the idea might be that you see yourself really pursuing something different if you can.
Well, or taking
something better.
It's possible, like taking a different approach,
right?
Or just letting it go. Just letting what will be. And it may not be you; it might be somebody else in this situation. Somebody has decided to.
You could just be leaving the negativity or the things associated with that without physically leaving, just
wow.
finding a mental way to kind of isolate yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds like it ties right into that. Interesting. I do feel as though the 8 of Swords traditionally is, there is a way out. There is a way to move on past it, and apparently finally somebody decided to do so. That's what it looks like. You can go ahead and draw again. I draw first all the time, so go for it, Mr. O.
Oh, well, I'm glad I drew first because I have the clover.
And the birds, which is interesting. So there was luck through some kind of communication or chatter, people talking it out. It seemed like finally things clicked and there was either a positive resolution, something just clicked.
All that, or this is yet to come, this is what's coming to you, or this is the message from Spirit to hang on because the news is luck is coming. Or
right, it seems like things are flowing better. Things will get better after all of that.
And it could be because one way or the other, mentally, spiritually, whatever, one is sort of, moving to another shore somehow.
Interesting reading. I think it did touch upon your present situation, and so it is affecting where things are headed now. And I think that things will improve. It looks like a definite improvement is coming.
So good luck with that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angel.
It's funny how the tarot will do that, but those cards, yeah. Interesting. Hey, Patton, are you with us? And did you want a reading, or did you just stop in? We'll find out in a minute. And then after Patton will be Aaliyah, and then Horoscope Queen and Gina.
Well, it's like about 3 a.m. over there for Patton, I believe.
He might have just stopped in.
He's so good that way. Always nice to see him and hear a little joke or whatever he's got to tell us.
Oh, Patton is my Twitter buddy, too. Patton is always sending me cool animal stuff that I meme off of and retweet.
We love all of you guys. You send us things, or you tell us things, or you wish things for us.
You're welcome, Angel.
You are
Yeah,
welcome.
the 2 8s were definitely interesting. I think 8s are a very positive number. So, I mean, it's growthful in a way. So I think this is just, when you saw those Lenormand tiles at the end, this is just saying that, something, oftentimes when things get bad like that, if everybody can finally just settle down and, a resolution comes out, something growthful ends up happening out of the experience if all goes well. Hopefully some people have learned some lessons.
And, of course, as we've been saying most of the night, how much does Mercury retrograde have to do with this? Probably a bit.
Probably a bit. Because remember, Angel, all this is happening while the retrograde is underway. So, okay, so I think Patton is not here, I'm going to say. And if I'm wrong, we can catch him, we'll just take his question and get him later. Aaliyah, you are up. And after Aaliyah will be Horoscope Queen and Gina. Yeah, keep hope alive. As far as that goes, Angel. I think back to some of my workplace foibles. Some people just never learn. Oh well.
Yeah. So, who are we waiting on?
Aaliyah.
Oh, Aaliyah, okay.
So we'll give a few minutes here because
Sure.
there is a delay sometimes. So let's see. Oh, and if Gina's still hovering, which I know she is, I don't know if you were here to see this, Gina, but I got this beautiful Oracle deck. Someday I will, I'll use it again. I used it the last 2 live streams for our collective. I might be moving on to something else on Sunday.
And there's Aaliyah.
But it's an absolutely beautiful oracle.
Oh, that's so interesting because I don't know manga, but I'm shelving it at my library all the time. And it was that title in particular. I shelved like about 4 or 5 of them, and I didn't remember them going out, so rapidly. So that's interesting.
Hey, that's okay. We don't mind that. We don't mind that at all. So that's fine. So, lighthearted question. Let's
No. We're totally
do your
fine
cards
with that.
and
Yeah.
let's do a yes/no.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Karma Music Tarot. No, that's fine, Aaliyah. It's an interesting thing to me because the manga thing, from what I can tell, just really looks a little bit, like subversive light, to the Western audience. Because, of course, people who are fans of manga probably get all that. But, the general public doesn't get the idea about, some of what goes on there. Am I being cryptic?
A little. Oh, you want that deck? Okay, we can do that. Awesome. I have to tell you something about this deck. It's an interesting thing that happened to me. I had a deja vu feeling. I guess I'll tell you right now. I remember telling you about a vision I had related to healing. One of the cards in this deck looked almost like the scene that I had in my vision, in my dream. And when I saw it in the deck, I was like, deja vu. It was very interesting to me. It's like, wow, how did that happen? It just brought me right back to that feeling I had in that vision I had.
Oh, interesting, Aaliyah. Well, I'm not surprised that would happen because just from my take on it, manga, of course, seems to be a little bit more overt with some of the sexuality issues there, or at least that's how I look at it. Cut, please.
Oh, that's right. Well, Gina, you are an oracle in and of yourself.
The Oracle.
We could call you, yes, the Oracle Gina.
Of Gina. All right. So I'm just doing 3 cards, right?
Sure.
Okay, so the first card is the Ace of Swords, upright. The second card is the Knight of Cups.
Probably could have done a yes, no,
Reversed,
but
I
let's do
know.
this. Let's see what we get. Why didn't I think of that?
And then we have the 6 of Coins reversed.
So you wanted to know if there was going to be backlash. Well,
It's possible. This sort of looks like somebody has a mission. There's something to charge for.
There's an
It's the beginning.
agenda.
There's an agenda. The Knight of Cups maybe just is representing the idea that people didn't like where this went. You know, there was maybe some bad feelings about this for sure.
go ahead.
And then the 6 of Coins reversed. Well, I'm actually wondering if maybe they'll have to make some sort of amends somehow, because maybe somebody's that upset with them that they feel like you either have to pay a fine or you have to make some reconciliation in the next chapter.
So I think the Ace of Swords is indicating that they feel like this has really been a good thing that they did, and
Controversy.
Pardon me?
Controversy.
No, I think that they feel this was really good that they went this route, and I think these next chapters are going to definitely pull some emotional strings and might anger some people with what they do. They might get angry, I feel, with what's coming. And the 6 of Coins reversed indicates that they might be holding back on some they might be, making you guess. I think ultimately maybe that's what might get people angry, is it might leave a lot of things to conjecture. Like they might really be trying to figure, you might have to figure out, where is this going? What's next? It leaves loose ends. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I don't know how to say this exactly in relationship to this phenomena here, but maybe this is saying that they don't feel they're giving something good. They're just giving a reality that they feel like maybe this is what they really feel, and so this is what they choose to give, or that they just sort of feel that in those next few chapters people will feel, no, I'm not getting what I want, I'm getting something I don't want. Value.
How about we do a quick yes no to just verify that, because we got the time, and that's interesting. I was going to say, Gina, I saw that first card, and it was literally like a few cards into the deck when I was going through the deck, looking at them, and it just stopped me in my tracks, and I'm just like, wow, that scene almost looks perfect. And then as I got towards the end of the deck, I came out with one other card where there was a person immersed in a pond of water, and it was kind of similar in a way to that first card. But it also showed, because I was immersed in the water, and so put those two cards together, and you literally almost had the same scene that was in my vision. So I just thought that was really cool. I don't know. So I'm immediately enamored with the deck. Let's just say. That's right, Aaliyah. Good point on that. People, right, it's a story, and you're not writing it, the audience is not writing it, the person is writing it. It's their creation, it's their art. Take it or leave it. Oh, there's a card.
Oops.
9 of Coins. I don't know if there are any others like that. Nope.
Can you just lay down and leave us alone?
Lay down here. What's up? What's up with the Sun Man? Around Sunny's tail. I cut the cards.
So we're doing this now as a yes or no.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Let's go back. Okay.
Okay, we're sorry.
So did you get that with the last reading? Let's talk about that again. We had the Queen of Wands.
The Queen of Wands and 2 aces. So we were saying it looks like it's leaning towards yes as the ultimate answer, but the Queen of Wands suggests that maybe there's going to be some slipping of popularity, or that the controversy sort of is dual edge, because on one hand they like the controversy, but they know that it also maybe, turns a few folks away. What?
Can you hear us now?
I think.
Okay. All right, good.
Because I saw the audio working, so I assumed it was.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. People are not going to like it, but it's really not up to them. It's the author's creation, as you said. And so we were just saying we don't think a Lenormand would be helpful here, so that's what we have for you. I think that kind of answered the question anyway.
Okay.
So we're going to move on to Horoscope Queen.
Yeah, our microphone, the connecting plug is slightly dented, so it doesn't always fit in the port correctly, and it may wobble out. And
I think what I've decided is we will replace it. I have a replacement cord, but since this one started working again, I thought it would be okay, but apparently not. So we're going to use the replacement.
So we're going to have a fun try for that. No.
What else could go wrong with Mercury retrograde, right? So Horoscope Queen, you are up if you're still with us, and I hope you are.
You're welcome, Aliyah.
And then we have Gina.
All right. Take us through to the end.
And if I drag this out long enough, he won't be able to tell his dad's story.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
Oh, no.
But like I mentioned, everybody else in my family was kind of overweight. So I remember back when I was, a kid, and so this was circa 1970, my dad had like a real short brush cut. He almost looked bald. And he would sit in his chair, and we had this little statue. A lot of people probably had it. It was real kitsch kind of stuff. It looked like a Buddha, and it had a little spot to put incense burners. He was just sort of sitting there. And so one of my cousins saw my dad sitting like that, and they said, "He looks like the Buddha." And then my father said,
"Oh, you're telling it anyway?"
"He who laughs at Buddha gets crying."
Take care, my sweet Christina.
And I'm sorry if that was offensive, but, it was just 1970, so. Good night, my sweet.
I'm glad I wasn't paying attention again.
I'm glad you weren't either.
Me and Sonny are wrestling with the mouse.
Because I'd have to write it in my date book. Oh, she's actually paying attention on this day.
Second or third call for Horoscope Queen. Are you with us?
Well, we have some viewers, so I don't know.
Well, let's move on into Gina's, and if Horoscope Queen comes back,
we can always squeeze her in.
All right, so I'm going to get the Sacred Forest. I will even let you shuffle, Mr. O.
Oh, that's the one they want.
Yep.
I see.
Hey, Give me some room. We have to share the table, Sonny.
Sun Man. Sun Man.
Hey, take care, Mama T. I know you gotta get up early.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bright and early. Drag me out of bed. I've been having trouble getting up lately. All right, shuffle. And you can cut them.
When you did that, it reminded me of that new Captain Obvious commercial.
I love that Captain Obvious commercial. I really do.
Where is it?
You scared Sonny. And you're out of milk. That's just so crazy.
Quite.
Uh-oh. Sonny,
The extra
let me
hair.
pick up Gina's cards. Honestly. Oh. Well, you have the Bluebell Fairy. There are fairies in this deck as well as places.
You know, I couldn't quite read it, and I thought it said bitchin' fairy. Like, yeah, that's you, Gina. You're a bitchin' fairy.
And I don't know why I decided to look at the bottom, so I'm going to look at that one for you too, Gina. It's Standing Stones. So gratitude and passage. Let's see what that's about.
Well, this is the Banshee show, apparently.
Apparently, but you might be able to chime in on what I say here.
I already did. Bitchin' fairy.
So gratitude is the secret to a joy-filled life. True thankfulness can work like modern-day alchemy, yielding happiness and peace beyond imagination. And it's so simple. Find what's good and wonderful in every moment. No matter what's happening around you, there's always something to be grateful for. Whatever you appreciate in life will grow. So discover what you're thankful for, even the people and situations you found challenging, and watch miracles unfold. The universe is grateful for you. Appreciation for everything flows through you in great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life in everyone and everything around you, and miracles will abound. In addition to gratitude, bluebells are thought to symbolize humility. As you step into the soft, gentle energy of humbleness, you find that your gratitude for even the smallest things in life expands. Bluebells open the door to magic. Legend describes ringing the bluebell, like you would bring a bell, in order to bring fairies to you. In the spring, bluebells grow throughout the woodlands in a lush carpet, and you can feel magic simply by being near. The spirit of bluebell says, the more gratitude that you have, the more bounty will fill your life. Cherish the preciousness of all things, and joy will fill your life. The universe is thankful for you. And so are we. So I think that is just awesome. And what's the other one? Standing Stones. Wow. I love stones. When we travel to the Georgian Bay, we've traveled a number of times to the Georgian Bay in Canada. There's a particular cliff that we used to, it was pretty easy to climb, to be honest. But you had to go down a little bit and then climb back up to this little ledge that overlooked the Lake Huron. And there was like a window, there was a hole in the stone so you could look out at the water. And it was my special spot. I mean, I felt so much energy there. Every time we would go, I had to make sure I stopped there and rested my back against those stones and looked out that window at the water. So that's my story, Mr. O. The Standing Stones is about passages, Gina. Many believe that standing stones are a place that allows one to embark on a spiritual journey from one realm to another. They can also mark the transition from one stage of life to another. Remember that although life changes, you are eternal. Celebrate all transitions in life, and you'll experience profound harmony. A voyage of the heart and soul is ahead. This journey may be spiritual or physical in nature. In either case, it is a kind of sacred pilgrimage. Have courage. A great ship can stay safe in the harbor, but that's not what great ships are made for. Be willing to unfurl your sails and set forth to open seas. The seas might be rough and the wind is strong, but you are safe and protected. The circle of stones takes you exactly where you need to go. Since the earliest days of humanity, standing stones have been created as places of ceremonies and as a way to honor the divine. Archaeologists have found some that date back to 4000 BCE. Neolithic people didn't have written language, yet their art and stone circles, sometimes oval or horseshoe-shaped, suggest that they held religious rituals at these ceremonial meeting places. The spirit of the standing stone says, a sacred journey is ahead. Deeper meaning is waiting to be discovered. Don't fear, because you are safe. Wow. So there's magic afoot, I think, for sure, with the Bluebell Fairy there. Like, just ring that bell and then take that sacred journey, Gina.
Ring my bell. Ring my bell.
Did you see what she said about
No.
eddies?
Yes, I did see that. It's hard to miss those. So, can I pull a Lenormand for Gina?
Oh, yeah, you can. Let's pull Lenormand for you at least, Gina. See what else is up here.
Bear.
Well, this is interesting. We have the anchor. So I think what it might be saying is, you know what? You are safe and secure. This is one of the things, again, that the Standing Stone card said. Don't be afraid of taking this journey, because you are strong enough, you are powerful enough, and you are safe and secure, because an anchor, makes sure of that you are stable and secure.
Maybe you're the blue bear fairy. But I think that this is just saying you are staying strong. You're just staying strong. You're staying true to your principles too, because this is about people's principles. It's not just about your strength, but it's about, being willing to fight for right or to stand up for somebody or something.
Wow, awesome reading, Gina. That was cool. And unless Horoscope Queen has come back,
we can ask again.
Huh?
We can ask again.
We are asking again for Horoscope Queen.
I did pull it for you.
These cards are absolutely beautiful. Denise Lynn, every deck that she's been putting out in recent times, they just keep getting better and better. I've always liked her, but the decks that have come out in recent years have been wonderful. So I'm really happy to have gotten this one. And let me see if I can find the cards that I was talking about, Gina. Now
Oh my goodness.
a little time to kill.
Blue Acid Rain. Awesome. I think I did some back around 1969. No, wait.
Mr. O.
It's her fault.
Where are they? It's probably at the bottom. I'm going to start at the bottom because I'll probably find it. Here is one of them. This is the second card I saw, and if you notice the person partially immersed in water and lily pads around her, that is me. I was alone in the water though, and just the colors just reminded me so much of this vision. But the first card I found was Dragonfly Spirit, but really there was no dragonfly in there, but it's just the watery scene.
Beautiful card.
They're beautiful. They really are. Here. And this blue is maybe, bluish green is a little bit more representative. But see that waterfall even in the background? There was a waterfall in my background. It was really an interesting vision. And these cards, when I saw it, I'm like, I guess I was meant to get this deck or something, because that just tied right into
They're
that
gorgeous.
vision.
They
And
are
by the way,
gorgeous.
for people who are wondering, I actually had that vision the day I got my second COVID shot, and I passed out on the couch for hours. But as I was drifting off, before I really knocked out, I had this incredible vision. It was so colorful and it was really amazing, but it was kind of a maybe COVID vaccine induced vision. So, I don't know, but I do like this deck. So, rest assured, we will be seeing more of this one too
For
in
sure.
the future. Well, so does anybody have any other question? We've got a few minutes here. We could take one or two more, or we'll just call it a day. Yeah, I don't know. But I still feel very healing energy off of that vision. It's pretty amazing. I haven't been, so I wasn't even totally asleep. I was like, in a way, it was kind of like lucid dreaming, I guess, but I wasn't really.
But both of us are having those kind of things.
Yeah,
You know?
I wasn't really controlling the dream, but I was very consciously aware. I was kind of watching myself in it.
I sort of describe it as similar to scrying, which I've had a little success with, but it seemed to me like it reminds me of scrying a little bit. Like I'm not exactly sleeping, but I'm sort of drifting off, and then I see this cloudiness, and then usually right after the cloudiness, something starts to come through, and then I see pictures or images. I don't usually see an actual scene where I can hear words. I just sort of see images.
So do you want the oracle for her? Do you want, hey, how about we do the dog deck? We'll do the dog deck for Carol.
Oh, okay.
I like that. I hope Carol's doing okay. I haven't asked you in a while.
I know you've mentioned her once or twice, or you've mentioned, going to the hospital.
Well, I think she's at rehab now, or is she out of, she's home, right? I believe she is home? Here.
It was too good to be true. I pet Sunny, and now I have cat hair all around me.
Well, Sunday after the live stream, I went to my son's house for a little outdoor picnic. It was his wife's birthday that weekend, and so some of her family was there. Everybody was vaccinated, so I got to sit outside and be with people, family, finally, which was kind of nice too. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here on that. Well, they're all upright cards, but one of them is the Tower upright.
Oops. Hold on.
And the other one is the Six of Pentacles upright. And finally, the Knight of Swords upright. So, it's interesting here because the Tower upright indicates, that Carol should have taken in some, there obviously has been a real wake-up call, to her that hopefully she has taken to heart some lessons from. The Six of Pentacles upright is indicating to me she needs to give more. She needs to do more or give more, like you said. I think that there's something here she needs to do or give. Maybe, obviously she has to put something out there, whether it's her time, her energy into something. And that the Knight of Swords indicates she needs to really come to terms with what she needs to do soon. She has to make a decision, about what she wants and what's in her best interests, I kind of feel here. That 6 indicates to me that something has to be given or given up.
MJ Cullinane is the author of the deck, Mama T. And good night, too. So here's what I think. I want to jump in here. I feel that everything that's happened, since the accident and all of the problems do represent a Tower time moment for Carol, and that it may be more about spiritual things. And I'm not saying that she's necessarily somebody that needs to learn spiritual lessons. This may be just different. This may be more karmic spiritual lesson.
Could
that this
be,
is,
yeah, the Tower is that way.
And I sort of feel that the idea here is that because you've told me about her as a spiritual person, and I do feel that she resonates that way, but maybe this is saying that she hasn't really fully connected back to the physical realm yet, and there's a physicality about this. And so the thing is that there's a scale here, and I'm thinking that maybe somewhere in her inner karma, her inner spirit, she's still looking at the question of the balance. Where does she want the balance to go? But clearly, I think something else is saying she needs to try to force her way back into the world, into the real world. She has to try harder. That's her challenge, I guess, too, in a way, is that this idea, and it's saying really she will. I'm wondering if this is just saying that this karma thing leads to the idea that she has to give more for herself, her physicality.
I do. Sometimes the Knights to me are a little bit ambiguous. Like it could go either way, but it is upright, so I think it is more leaning to the positive here. She really knows what she has to do. I feel that she knows what she has to do, but she has to do it now, and so that's the thing.
Your turn.
Yeah, okay. What do you got?
Garden.
So I also feel like, I don't know, is she kind of cooped up indoors, I almost feel like she needs to be out more, get some fresh air, be in a pleasant environment if she can. There's just something that could be very restorative about that. Because the mice, again, is about, lack. I think she's lacking, the sunshine and the vibrancy of life, in a way.
I think it's possible that she's also sweating some small details. She's worried about little nitpicky things, and maybe that has an effect on her. It kind of keeps her from focusing more on her progress.
And now that COVID is, hopefully things are improving, that maybe the more people she surrounds herself with, so people come to visit her and pick up her spirits, I almost think that might be helpful too, somehow here.
But is it possible that there are things that maybe she either needs, or she feels she needs, or she's worrying about? Because I think that's what the mice is telling me. But in general, I guess, it's funny you said what you just said, because when I pulled the garden first, I thought, she's in a beautiful garden no matter where she is, because that's what I feel. It's like she is sort of in the garden of her spirit or mind in a way. So there may still be something that troubles her, so you may have to try to see if you can figure that out.
Well, yeah, there's a fine line here. Maybe what that, now that you said that, what that could be indicating to me is that mice in the garden is that she's becoming too dependent on others, and it's not helping her heal. I mean, there is that possibility too. So,
But ultimately, I think she is a fighter. Really, she's going to get out there. She just needs more encouragement, or something else needs to click into place.
Something needs to click. And maybe it is a little bit of tough love. Maybe there's still some lessons she has to take in from all of this. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, does she like plants or anything alive in the home? I mean, maybe that too might be restorative, in some way. But now I'm thinking maybe my latter thoughts on this is better than maybe. But the thing is, she probably does need people then, I guess this has really shaken her to some degree. And so she's still taking it in. She's still taking in the lessons that she needs to take.
The other thing too is that maybe more so in the Lenormand Tower, I'm not sure, I sort of get a gestalt here, but the tower is an isolating effect. So it talks also to the isolation, the aloneness in that. Maybe this really represents the reaching out too,
It's interesting that, that Six of Pentacles, I was trying to figure out, those are two hearts there, aren't they?
I think so.
One is smaller and one is larger than the other.
No, actually, I think it's a rose. Wait a minute. I'm not really sure because there's this white stuff on it. Is it an animal heart? What is it mean?
I'm not sure, but it looks like veins on there, so I'm not sure. But to me, this is indicative of,
Beautiful
is she going to go big or is she going to go small? I have a feeling she's just she's having a difficult time figuring out exactly what she, and it's obvious because she's on oxygen and different things. There's only so much she can do. So she would maybe like to go bigger, like to be more stable, but she can't right now because the scales are not balanced. Oh, wow. Well, see, this is my worry. I have problems swallowing pills, so you can imagine how concerned I was about the drugs that I have to take for my condition. And so when I have to switch up, this is going to be a problem. I can't even imagine if I had to take 19 pills a day.
I'll help you. Hold still.
That's what I'm afraid of. So, caretaker with a
tough love attitude.
Yeah. So I think I need a hypnotist or something to get me
I
to
can
get over
smirk
this
and say,
swallowing problem.
believe
of mine.
me, this is going to hurt me more than you. Not.
Well, I wish I had better news, Gina. It does so. It's not terrible. I mean, I do think she could come around more. But
the balance in the middle just sort of says there's still stuff going on,
it's
and
an
it's
uphill
not quite
battle
there.
still a little bit here for sure. Yeah, getting that mice in the Lenormand indicates to me she is not, she's not where she needs to be. Definitely.
It is sad.
Hey, yeah, I bet it's tough. I feel that. I understand. So I wish you both the best. I wish you both the best. You know that.
I'll say prayer for you tonight too.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for staying with us to the end
you.
here. We are done with the show, and we had some great readings tonight. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really powerful stuff, I think.
And hope to see you on Sunday's show. And if you can get up bright and early tomorrow, you can join us for Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges. I'll be there.
You got to bring your own coffee,
awake.
though.
So, hey, take care, everybody, and stay safe still. We will see you next time.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.